Are you into an extended game week right now, basically?
Yeah. So today was a Tuesday practice, even though it's a true Tuesday, so we'll get a couple extra of those days, a couple extra Wednesdays, a couple extra Thursdays. So basically, we'll get 3 extra practices, I would say, which will be, I think, just about right.
Have you already determined scout team?
We have. Yep. They were out there today, so we had teamwork versus scouts.
Scout team quarterback,
Ammon Olsen.
Potential red shirt to be decided later for Ammon?
Yeah, potential. Yep. He did a nice job today. I was impressed.
How much will your first and second string defenders be allowed to maybe take to ground scout team for the next week or so? Any of that?
They won't take to ground, but they're wrapping and basically tackling every play, which is how they train all year other than fall camp.
So a good physical ramp up to the game then for them, right?
They got plenty of physical work today.
Okay. Sorry for the repetition, but where do you stand on the kicking game right now?
No change, really. Justin still isn't back all the way, and yeah, so really no change.
Do you have a deadline on him?
No. Obviously, the sooner the better, but once he is able to kick, then I'll just assess how accurate he is, how comfortable he is, and what his range is.
It might be easier to name newcomers that will play as opposed to those that are on scout team. Of the guys that will play that jump out to you from newcomers, who do you want to mention?
Let's see. Probably Micah Hanneman at corner, Jeremiah Lotudoyer, Jamal Williams, Dylan. None of those are determined all the way yet, but if I had to lean, it'd probably be those 4. As of right now, I'm sure I might have missed someone, but at least those 4.
How about Bronson Kafuski?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Have you watched any fresh Washington State film, or is it all basically what Mike Leach has done before?
It's all Texas Tech. We don't have any fresh Washington State film. I think there's a TV copy of the spring game floating out there somewhere, but whatever you can learn from that. But he's had so much success doing things the way he's done it with very little change year in and year out. I guess you kind of bank it off of that.
Safe to say you'll be playing a lot of nickel?
Yeah, I think so. They have a lot of good athletes all playing at the same time, and so, yeah, I think it'd be good to match some speed and athleticism.
The talk around Washington State was how tough it was for kids to buy into Coach Wolf. He had the D2 background. Can you describe maybe how much it's changed for you getting kids now to buy into what you want to do now that you've won compared to when you were starting out as the head coach here?
Well, I think it's become just more clear for everybody the more clear I am what we were after. You know, I knew from an ecclesiastical and religious component, I have a lot better idea now academically, and I have a lot better idea now of what kind of caliber of player. And so I think it becomes easier for everyone once the standards in all areas are more specified, and that's happened. And then when you add the success to it, it's easier.
Players have been quoted up there about the uncertainty they felt in Coach Wolf's voice. How long was it you felt like till you got your voice as far as the head coach?
I'm not sure there was any uncertainty on my part, even though I might not have known what I was doing. I'm not sure it was presented like that. So, yeah, I think I faked it pretty well for at least a year.
We knew.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. My wife probably knew as well.
You talk a lot about trust a lot. Jordan Johnson's kind of the most inexperienced defensive back. Has he earned your trust?
He has. Yeah, I'm really confident. It doesn't mean I don't expect some mistakes, but the way he's worked, he's trustworthy, and will build through the mistakes that he makes.
Do you have any injury update on Braden Brown or Ian Doolan?
Ian, let's see. I think is projected to maybe start practicing early next week, and Braden Brown should be out this week. Be back this week, I should say.
With you having Robert and I on your staff, does that give you any advantage as you prepare for Washington State?
Oh, I have a good understanding of what this system is and what they do. That doesn't make it easier to stop, but yeah, I have a really nice idea. We played them, I think, 2 or 3 or 4 times at New Mexico, and so that helped, and then having Coach and I here certainly helped. Again, I don't think it's a matter of teams not knowing what they're going to do. It's just the concepts are really well established and well thought out, and it's hard to stop.
Are there any positions that may be open more so than others as far as with the
I don't think so. It's becoming fairly clear, and When did I say we're going to announce that, Brett? First part. When's the prep to Too Deep coming out? Did we talk about? Remember?
It's coming out, I think, the end of this week.
End of this week. Yeah.
You were talking about maybe captains early this week. Is that still on hold too? Or?
Yeah. To be honest with you, I just forgot. Team meeting this morning. I had a plan to do this morning, and we got talking about something else, and I just forgot. So as early as probably tomorrow.
Where does Jason Munns fit on the depth chart and all that?
You know, I'm not certain yet. I haven't talked to Coach Doman, nor have I really paid any attention yet as far as after the kind of the second quarterback or third, in terms of the third kind of battle. So I'd rather clear it up before I answer because I haven't paid much attention.
Because you'll travel 3, right?
Yeah. Got to travel 3.
On the D-line, would you be comfortable playing Ian if he just gets a few days in next week?
Sure, as long as medically he's cleared.
Marcus and TK, scout team for you on the D-line right now? Johnson and... Okay.
Anything else?
All right, guys.